busy. Whoa. Oh, a bit tight. Sorry.
Backdrop must be closer.
Yeah. You all right?
Okay, we'll get started with Kirsty and then we'll raise your hand and we'll get to your broadcast questions and the written part of our
Okay.
You know, social media posting during this week. Kirsty.
Hi Steve, afternoon.
Are you? You okay?
Yeah, good. You?
Yeah.
How's your team looking? Any changes from the squad?
No injuries picked up from the last game and the week's training. So obviously the boys that are out a little while are still going through the process, but no new news.
And what's the feel-good factor been like, the spirit amongst the team after that result against Liverpool?
Well, I've said even before. I've said that even we were on a bad run of results, but I've never had to question the spirit or the intent from the group of something I've been quite pleased with. Even after setbacks that we picked up, but it was great to win. Of course, we were striving for it, and the quicker we could get it, the better. And obviously, with it coming at home last week was excellent. But we've quickly learned that anything earned in this league is hard to do, and a win was like I said, one that we really needed and one that we enjoyed on the day. But the day after, it's back to work and work even harder.
Could that extra bit of confidence that you may get from a win like that be a real turning point in the season?
Well, you hope always when you win a game, you hope to back it up with another positive performance and result, and that's the intention. Obviously, going into this weekend, incredibly tough game, of course, away from home, but always, we talk so much about momentum and consistency and how important that can be, and you get that through winning games or picking up points. So great win last week. That's all it was a win. Hard work this week, focus, reset, go through the cycle again of preparing for a game, and give it everything we've got.
As you say, tough games come against the leaders. They drew against Southampton last weekend, defeat in Europe last night. Could maybe now be a good time to be playing it?
Well, we always prepare for the team to be at their best, and having looked at Arsenal obviously in a bit more depth this week in preparation for the game, but anyway, throughout this season you can see why they are where they are in the league, and it's more than a start now. We're further down the line than that, but you can see why they started the way they did and been able to continue that. They've been really good for it, and a lot of credit goes to obviously Mikel and the team for the points that they've picked up, and been good, like I said, they've been good for it the way they've played. So really tough game, as tough as it gets at the moment, playing top of the league away from home, but one that we have to, as you said in the previous question, really focus on ourselves now and try and build on some good things that we've done in recent games, and aim to minimum be that, with the idea of improving even more, and a great place and a great game to try and do that.
They had a slow start to the season last year, and there was some pressure for Mikel and Arteta, and they had that FA Cup defeat to yourselves as well. Do you think he's a good case in point that building something at a club does take patience and time?
Well, in the end, the time will tell with all of us, and you are obviously judged by results and whether you're living up to expectations of the club and objectives, etc. But they're really impressive, Arsenal, I have to say, in the way that they play, and obviously he's been there now for a little while, and you can really see that he's got a good grip of how he wants his team to play, and we're just focused on coming up against that team on the weekend. But I have a lot of respect for Arsenal as a club, and obviously Mikel as a manager and his players. And it's going to be tough. The what you mentioned about last season, I don't think is relevant to this game. I think it's a completely different context now, and we're taking it as it comes. And as I repeat, an incredibly tough game away from home, but one that we'll be ready for, one that we're looking forward to, and let's get down there and get to work.
You faced an FA charge this week. I'm not sure how much you can talk about that. After
Not
that
much.
I just wondered how difficult it is to control emotions, whether it be on the touchline or after games, when there is so much at stake, isn't there, with every single game in the Premier League?
Yeah, of course it's difficult for everybody involved, supporters, managers, players, etc. So, I do my very best to try and stay in control, whatever emotions you are feeling, and in general, I like to think that I'm okay at that. You aim to be a good version of yourself as much as you can be. They are emotional jobs. They take you to places you've maybe not felt before, but like I said, you try and stay true to yourself and what you believe in and what you think is right, and sometimes that means standing up for your club or your team or something that you may do or say, and that's how it is. So you just like I said, game in, game out, you try and be at your best, and I'll try and do that on Sunday.
Right, all the best.
Thanks, Kirsty. Thanks. How are you? You all right?
Yeah, good, thank you. Congratulations on last week. Fantastic result. The celebrations were huge and quite right as well. But for you personally, come Sunday morning and you look at the table and you're still bottom.
Exactly.
Is that difficult?
Yeah, I take it personally. Yeah, and I always will. I said straight after the game it was a great win. But even before Sunday morning, I knew that it was very much about looking at what's next and focusing on the up and coming days and preparation, and I've liked that attitude in the team as well. This week, we've reviewed the last game as we would any game, and that's part of our process. But there was some bits in the Liverpool game was obviously really pleasing, but there was still lots of bits that got so much work to do. Hence, maybe the league position at the moment, and we take a step back and we are where we are in the league. We have the points that we have, and that's something that we are actively trying to improve on. So, if this has been a really important week because, like I said, good win, but that's all it was a win and 3 points. And, the idea has to be about striving to improve, striving to get better, striving to work even harder, day in, day out. And I like what I've seen from the team this week, but as always, the most important thing is that we take it into the game.
When you reviewed the Southampton game, and obviously Arsenal take the lead, but can't hold it, do you take anything from that?
Well, again, we have like all managers and teams will have a particular way of preparing for a game, which is inclusive of looking at the opponent, whoever it is, and you try and put a game plan together with the idea of achieving on the day, and this is no different. So. We've studied Arsenal like we have every other team, and they've been impressive, no doubt about that. Hence why they are where they are in the league, and it's away from home. It's at their stadium, and that's obviously an impressive atmosphere and ground to go to as well. So it's going to be tough, but we have to really focus on ourselves. We have to believe in what we do, because in the end, that's what we're in control of. And if we want to make a difference on the weekend in the game, then only we can do that. So nothing's changed really in terms of our preparation. The reality is we're playing top of the league and they're there for a reason.
I know you like to do quite extensive analysis of the opponent. So in your mind, looking at this Arsenal side, are they serious challengers for this title against the likes of Man City?
Well, I'm not really thinking about that. That's the question, I guess, for them to answer. What I'm focusing on is where they're at this moment in time in terms of how they've played. But if I'm being honest, what I'm really focused on is where we're at and what we need to do. And it's very much about taking it game by game, and that's the plan. So I repeat, we know it's a really tough game, but it's one that we're really looking forward to, and one that we need to show great belief in ourselves as characters and personalities, but also in how we want to play the game and the game plan. And if we want to do better than we've done so far this season, we've got to worry about ourselves more than anybody else, and that's where we're at.
Cheers, Steve.
You too. Thank you.
Can I grab the mic, Pete?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, we're all right.
Don't drop it.
I'll speak loud. Steve, you've spoken about what a lift that result gave, but so much of this is about confidence and looking at the players' reaction at the end of that game. How important was that for the players to have that sense of self-belief?
Well, I think that's what obviously you guys see and the supporters see. What I was more focused on was what I saw when the players returned back to the training ground this week. Because as I said, win, lose or draw, we try and review a game for what it's worth, and you pick the bones out of it, and always look at what we did well, and you know what can be better. And that's what we've done with the Liverpool game. But like I said, I was more focused on when we returned to the training ground and seeing where the mindset and the mentality was, like I did or have done when we've been on the back of, say, a disappointing performance and result, or a disappointing result but a decent performance. You know, you're always looking to see where the players' mindset is at, and I've been pleased with the guys this week. They've showed a real hunger to work hard and to continue to improve, because that is, you know, if you can't put the results to one side because they're the most important things, but what we're trying to do is to improve how we play, how we work, our togetherness, our spirit, all of these things that are key components to becoming the team that we want to be, and that's a day-by-day thing. So my focus has been on that this week, while preparing obviously for the game on Sunday, and you know, I like to see what I've seen, and it's like, but always it's what you do on match day, and Arsenal top of the league next.
Do you think it's gone somewhere though to changing other people's perception of the club, given how the season had started to prove that you could put in performance like that?
No, I don't know, and I don't really think about that, because you know, you don't want any one game to. If anyone has an opinion of a club or a team over one game, then maybe that's not a fair one. You know, good, bad or indifferent. Listen, we will get judged over the course of time. There's, like every other team, like every other manager, you know, will be no different. And you know, it was a great win last week, but we're still bottom of the league. We still haven't got enough points, or less points than we would have liked at this stage of the season. So you know, let's not lose sight of that. I don't want to sound negative, but we have to face up to that, and that's the realism of our situation. And when you're in a situation like we are, you have to fight, and you have to believe in yourselves, and you have to commit to the plan that you've got in place. So we have to do that every day. But in the end, it's games where it really matters, and preparation is going well, no doubt about that. But tough game, really tough game Sunday. But you know, we're looking forward to it. Thank you.
John.
Steve,
Hi, John.
you allowed to your charge to say whether you accepted it, because obviously you had to respond back.
Yeah, no, it's going through. I appreciate, and I will talk when I can, but at the moment it's just going through the process, John. So I'm not thinking too much about it, to be honest. More focused on the game.
Can I just check whether Brien and Lodi are back in contention?
The back training. Lewis has only come back last few days, but and Renan just about made the bench for, obviously, and he came on against Liverpool, so that was a plus. So it's been good for him to get Normal's week's training, because he's needed that. So we'll see where they're at for the weekend. Thanks, John.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Steve. Okay. Just a couple of follow-up ones from me. Of course, you say it's going to be a tough game, and preparation's going well for the Arsenal clash. But what will you need to do? Well, what would you need to be on top on to get a result on Sunday?
Lots. Yeah, we need to be very good at everything, really. Without the ball, our attitude and our strength of character, you know, concentration. Because they're well set up, Arsenal. They obviously got really good players, but they're tactically very good as well. And you can see loads of repetitions that they do game in, game out. So it's something we're aware of, and something that we will hopefully be ready for and plan for. But in the end, you know, as I keep saying, if we want to get something out of any game, we've got to look at what we bring to the game on any given day, and that's where our focus is. You know, we obviously respect any opponent that we play, but you know, we've got to really believe in our work, in our way, and try and deliver when it counts, and that's a match day.
Just finally, there's a fair bit of football to be played until the World Cup break. As it stands, Forest have got 4 scheduled games between now and then. How important is it going to be to go into that break on a high and really build some momentum for the rest of the campaign?
Well, of course, you go through a period of time and you want to pick up as many points as you can, but we have to take it game by game, and we're not thinking too much about what's left between now and the break. We're just thinking about Arsenal, and then after that, the next game, and so on and so forth. And if by the time that time comes round, we can have improved where we are now, great, but step by step. You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.